Someone obviously thought that cats needed to become part of the modern age as well, and they invented an iPad game especially for them. That is, an actual game to be played by cats and not humans. Mesmerized by the colors and flashes, the cats are meant to hunt down the mouse running across the screen by stomping it with their paws. Because rubber toys are so last century, cats now need to learn how to use technology too. The name of the game is pretty self-explanatory, but what is less than obvious is how this ever became a thing. The disgusting game full of oozy and gooey images, Pimple Popper, challenges you to pop as many zits as you can during a limited amount of time. The pimple popping app became an unexpectedly huge hit upon its release. Apparently, there is no disaster in the female universe as great as the disaster of a bad hair day. This issue is so serious that the development of an app that advises women what to do with their hair based on weather conditions was more than necessary. The app takes both current weather conditions and the texture of the user's hair into consideration to finally provide life-saving advice on what one is to do with their hair that day. The Run Pee app knows the movies you're watching in the theater very well, and it advises you when you should go pee. The app decides which parts of the movies are least eventful, and with a vibrating cue, tells you when the best time to run and pee is. Of course, the app will also offer a short synopsis of what you missed during your pee break. On top of that, it will also warn you if there's anything interesting coming up after the credits, so you and your bladder can have the best possible theater experience. The South Koreans really do think of everything. They especially think of the working man, whose long hours don't allow him to socialize much. And for him, they've created an app that allows him to have a virtual girlfriend. The dream girl, Mina, who incidentally looks like a supermodel, texts regularly, sends her love in creative ways, and has the sweetest things to say in her video messages. The app became so popular that the company is currently working on editions in other languages, with the aim of enabling Mina to console the entire world. The I Am a Man app is definitely one of a kind. The creators decided that the crucial thing in making opposite-sex relationships easier was providing men with the understanding of women's periods. The app follows a desired woman's menstrual cycle and advises men on how to behave accordingly. If you have more than one female of interest, have no fear. The app is one step ahead of you. It allows the users to follow more girls simultaneously, but has the important option of having a personal password for each one, so you'd never get caught. This app guarantees to decipher the hidden messages behind an infant's cry, aiming to relieve you of the stress of figuring out what your baby wants. The app analyzes the noise and lets you know if your child is hungry, sleepy, or simply annoyed. The app brags on being based on actual medical studies, and that it gives real and effective tips. It may be so, but it doesn't make it sound much less ridiculous. If you really have nothing better to do, this is the app for you. Although it's not very clear how exactly it improves your concentration skills, the app, which requires you to hold down a button, claims to do just that. The only way to find out if it's true or not is to try it out for yourself. The whole point of the game is to hold down the button for as long as you can, and the app will measure your success in milliseconds and let you know what your high score is. Although pretty ridiculous, it's quite competitive. An app that cashes in as much on people with weak bladders as it does on those with a great sense of humor. Air-P&P, inspired by Airbnb, allows you to rent out your toilet to those in need. When you're in the middle of the city but really need to go, the app will tell you where the nearest toilet for rent is. Private homeowners put a price on letting you use their facilities, and the app allows you to instantly contact the owners and check if they'd let you in to have a wee. Although some people take this for granted, medicine teaches us that bowel movements are really important for our general well-being. If you agree and take this bodily activity seriously, then the Poop Log was created for you. This app allows you to keep track of your bowel movements to excruciating detail, as you don't only document that you did poop, but the exact nature of the whole event. And if you're into oversharing, the app allows you to export your log to social media.